going to play around with the settings. I'm trying to get it so that I can change it to horizontal, but it wouldn't let me do it. So we will give it a second and see what we can do. Otherwise, it might just be a vertical stream. Hope everyone's having a good day. Can you guys hear me if you're on here? I'm not sure if the voice is coming through or not. Looks funny. Funner than yesterday, yes. And now if I change this like that, do you guys see it correctly or no? No, it won't let me do that. So I'm going to switch the camera and you can see the ocean that way. So we're going to have to stick with vertical. It's not letting me switch to horizontal. And we're still a little bit ahead of time. Can you guys all hear me? Awesome, thanks. So currently there's only, I think, 1 or 2 people out there. We'll try and zoom in a little bit, but I was listening to some surfers just a minute ago and they said that since the tide has just come up, you can see how high the tide is right now, that probably in half hour to an hour it might clear up a little bit. They had a great time this afternoon surfing and they're really hoping it'll clear up. So I definitely see that we've got a couple people on here and it looks like 7 people. That's pretty awesome. So again, I am new to this whole live thing. Let me back up a little bit. Yeah, I'm thinking that the worst of the hurricane's going to go off from us. We've done some hurricane preparation at our house. We've gone ahead and gotten gas in all our vehicles, made sure our meds are up to date, cleaned up the yard a bit so that we won't have any debris. If it does make a last minute turn, we want to make sure we have that. Like I said, gassed up all the vehicles and you know, definitely stay paying attention to all of the emergency management systems for each county, wherever you're at, because you want to make sure that you're getting the most up-to-date stuff and information and make sure that you follow all of the warnings. It is a beautiful day out here and you can see down the beach. Wow, we're up to 22 people. I never would, I guess there may be something to this live thing. So I am actually lived here for 20-something years. So I've been here for a long time and I've been through many hurricanes. And like I said, we're heeding the caution, but we are not going to, we're not evacuating. We don't have any mandatory evacuation where I live. So we're just gonna stay here, enjoy this. Beautiful day in Nags Head. We are right here at Jennette's Pier as promised. So you want to know if the water is warm or how the water feels? I will go down and feel it. Just for you. It's actually very beautiful. Very beautiful. And I have to be careful because I almost got my shoes wet. No, we're not in Galveston, Texas. We are on the Outer Banks in Nags Head, North Carolina. We are getting ready for the Hurricane Erin to come this way. And like I said, we've been doing everything that we can to make preparations for the storm. And like last night, if you caught my video, I did last night a live stream. Crazy, it got over 5,000 views, and the waves were much nicer last night. A whole bunch of people out there. They looked like they were having an amazing time, and we're kind of hoping that that's going to be repeated as these waves start clearing up. You can see there are some surfers just itching to go out there and just waiting it all out. So if you're on here, let me know where you guys are from. Hey, I got a brother from out of state visiting on my channel. That's pretty awesome. Welcome to my brother. It's kind of like a washing machine right now, kind of rough and not as well formed as they were last night. So I think they're hoping that the waves will clean up a little bit as it would be, so then they can go out and ride them. I am not a surfer, just so you know. I am one that falls off a board, Uncle. I fall off of boards very non-gracefully, so I can't even fall with style like Buzz Lightyear. So in a little bit, we may just take a walk, go up on the pier, and that way if people do get in the water, we can actually get a different view from up top. One funny thing is I posted that video yesterday saying I was going to be down here live streaming, and right now there's several different news people here. I've seen at least 3 of them. There's 2 of them over there. They wanted to come down and see what I was going to see. Well, I can pretend like that's the truth. They probably were down here already. Well, for right now, maybe we'll head towards the pier. I'm gonna have to walk very slow just so that we found out with live streaming the quality is much worse just because it is streaming it. You can see I have my little stool over there, and we're gonna pack that up and head up top. Since I am a aquarium member, I do get to go out on the pier for free, so we're gonna do that. So I just gotta pack up this little stool and then we'll head on up. I'll let you guys look at the beach while I pack up. Make sure you let me know if you see any surfers come up. So where else are people from if you're on here? Yeah, definitely, Mike C. What a difference a day makes. Yesterday it was nice and clean and good time for all the surfers. Today it's a little bit messier. But like I said, people were saying that should clear up as the tide continues to go out. Oh, Mike C is from Maryland. Awesome. I have seen people, all the cars, people are coming in here to go surfing, seen all different states. So we'll just start walking over here I definitely appreciate you guys taking the time to come check out my live stream. And like I said, there's the news people. So the people do get in the water and go surfing. For the most part, they have been doing this probably most of their lives. They've grown up on the water and grown up surfing, and this is really what they live for. I've had many people that I've worked with that they definitely love coming out when there's a storm, because if it is good waves, nice big clean waves, they're like none that you've ever seen around the Outer Banks. We don't get this on a normal basis, so having these waves, while it does look dangerous and far worse to the casual viewer who does not surf, to people who surf, they go around the world trying to find stuff like this, and even bigger. So definitely, for me, this is a great place to live and work and to raise a family. We get to get off work and come out to something like this. What an amazing view to have 5 minutes from work. So we'll go ahead and, like I said, continue our walk up. So again, sorry if it's a little bouncy. I am walking on the sand. I didn't hook up my gimbal just because it doesn't do vertical very well for gimbal that I have. So if you've not been here to Jennette's Pier, this is part of the North Carolina Aquarium, which you can see the aquarium logo up there. Funny part is, I was in the aquarium diving this morning, and now I'm walking out on the pier. So my son and I actually volunteer dive at the aquarium, and we were in the graveyard of the Atlantic tank and diving with the sharks. If you're into that kind of thing, definitely check out my channel. I've got videos of being inside that tank and swimming around with the sharks. So we'll continue down. I actually came prepared because I knew I was going to be streaming and I needed my ticket. So it's on my phone in my Apple Wallet. So I just used the old-fashioned printer and printed out a copy. Hello. Thanks. We're all set. So you do have to pay an entrance fee or be a member in order to go into the aquarium, to the pier. So being that, like I said, I have both of those, I can come in here. Oh, cool. Someone from Asheville checking in. You lived in Elizabeth City for a bit, and the Banks holds a special place. So I will definitely keep safe, and I will keep trying to get some surfers as they start going out into the water. We do have one there. And then also over here, there's a skimboarder. The pier is usually pretty packed with people out fishing, but I don't think we're going to see a lot of that. Back when they built this pier, it did have wind turbines up there, but they've taken those down a while ago. Wow, we're up to 37 people watching this. Thank you guys. I appreciate it a lot. I really appreciate you checking out on my live stream. As I said last night, I am brand new to live streaming. I did it for the first time last night. Hit like 5,000 views. I never imagined that ever happening. Well, Mr. Ferner asked about the fishing during the storm, whether or not it's better or worse. And I am sure there's someone in the stream, one of you guys probably knows better than I do, whether or not. I can tell you that I do not see the normal amount of people out here fishing. So that would lead me to believe it's probably not too good. So we'll check out the other side of the pier, see if there's anyone out here. What's up, Chad? Thanks, Chad. I appreciate you checking in. Are you on the Outer Banks or do you live elsewhere? I think there's a reason that Dr. Beach used to call some of these beaches on the Outer Banks some of the best in the world. And this time of year, it really comes true because the crowds start to die down and you get more and more space. We love to go out in our Jeep, head down to Oregon Inlet and take our Jeep out on the sand, and it's like you've got a beach to yourself. You can also hit Coquina Beach and have a beach fire. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out on my channel. I show you everything that you need to know to have a beach fire on the Outer Banks. But I don't think I would do it right now. But as the weather clears out, maybe you can come down and have a beach fire. Okay, so you're in Central Virginia. That's awesome. We were just up a little bit northern Virginia, and it's beautiful up there. It's a whole different world than the Outer Banks. I love getting up to the mountains that way. So shout out to Chad. Part of the reason I wanted to do this live stream was that you could see kind of what the beach looks like before the storm, and there will be a lot of unfortunate ocean overwash and kind of taken away of our beach. So it will be interesting and probably sad to see how much of it is eroded away by the storm. We do have a special guest on today's channel. He's coming down. Everyone say hi to Birdie McBirdface. Yes, Kelly, we loved Waynesboro. Our time at the Virginia Institute of Blacksmithing was pretty amazing. We got to make Damascus, which if you've never done that, it's pretty awesome. It's pattern welded steel. It looks very fancy. Birdie McBirdface again. He's pretty shy today. Oh, cool. Chad's sister-in-law lives in Waynesboro. Like I said, that was a beautiful area. We actually camped out in our van in Waynesboro. We've been converting a van into a camper and got to stay at a campground right there. So let's see. We still have a surfer just waiting for this to turn away from being a washing machine into something he can ride. It does look like a couple more people have joined and they're out here. He's actually getting up on and riding a wave. We'll continue out so maybe we can get parallel to them. That was kind of my hope. Yeah, I wonder about the water being sucked out of the sound as well. That's always interesting when it does that, and you can go find some cool stuff out in the water. So we are continuing our walk down the pier. Someone had asked as far as whether or not we've done any storm preparation, and yes, we've gone ahead and gotten all of our medications, made sure that they're full, done some yard work, cleaned up some debris and stuff so that if our house gets any flooding, that we'll be okay and not have to worry about losing anything. We've also gotten our gas for our vehicles, also have gas in the tank for the generator. And then one of the cool things, as I said, I have a van that I am self-converting. So I've actually got solar and battery power. So if we did lose any power, I am set. We've even got air conditioning, and we also have another battery pack like a Jackery, and we can, if family members need to run a CPAP or anything like that, I can run it with solar. Yes, I do live here, Chad. I've been on the Outer Banks for 20 something years, raised my kids here, love it, and I love getting out and doing things on the Outer Banks. Yes, we get a bit of yard damage and flooding. Even though we are not oceanside or soundside, we're in the middle of Roanoke Island. If it is a lot of rain, our place does get flooded. We have actually had to replace all the ductwork under our house. And so there is no shortage of work and cleanup to do. But that is the beauty of living here on the Outer Banks, is that after a storm, I kind of think it brings out the best in people. Neighbors helping neighbors, and people loaning tools or loaning generators or anything to other friends and family so that everyone can get through. No, I'm not really worried about the camper getting flooded. It is a bit high because it is a van, and I can park it more towards the high part of our lot, and it will be safe. So it does look like this one has finally made it out. I'm not sure how well it's showing up, but he's heading out there, hopefully to be able to catch a wave. Here we go. Let's see if this one, he just missed it. But I guess the surfers were right that I was listening to, because they are starting to clear up a little bit and become a little bit better defined, especially the further that you come out on the pier. Yes, I agree, Chad. No electricity does get very bad after a few hours, or we've had it go for a couple days, and that is no fun. We've also had it this flip side, because we've had it where we lost a lot during one of the hurricanes and had to use our kerosene heater while we did some extra work on the house. But it is all part of living on a sandbar. So you get used to it, you take care of stuff, and like I said, you help those around you as they need it. Yeah, for the most part, yesterday I saw them all on the same side, just like they are today. Um, we will go check out the other side. I didn't see anyone there earlier. Um, so yeah, they have done some evacuations around the Outer Banks, and like I said, I recommend following emergency management's orders. If there is an evacuation order in place, take off, go to where it's safe. As I said, where we live, there's not an evacuation order in place. But down on Hatteras Island, Ocracoke, and now the 4x4 beaches up past Corolla all have some evacuation orders in place. Cool. Thanks for checking in, Chad. I really appreciate it. So yeah, there are several more coming out now as it's clearing up. We're getting further past high tide. Have a safe ride home, Chad. Birdie McBirdface is back. Well, I'll probably stay just a couple more minutes and then head back down to the beach. I do want to see a couple people get on. Looks like we have about 42 people now live in the stream. So thank you guys for checking in. So definitely, if you want, check out the stream I did last night. Got a lot of cool shots in it. Probably going to do a complete video editing down some of the cool footage we've gotten over the past couple days. Looks like a decent sized one coming. Yes, I'm hoping they can get some good waves in today. I know, like I said, this is what a lot of the locals live for, is these times before a storm where they can get out and get some of the great waves here on the Outer Banks. I appreciate the likes and the thumbs up. That's very kind of everyone. There we go. We got one up. Yep, there we go. We got one on there at least. I haven't really seen the electric companies come in stage. I have gotten a couple voicemails and text from the charter, and they have said that they are prepared. I'll just leave it at that. If you know, you know. Unfortunately, it looks like he took a major fall on that one. Yes, Jonathan Sims knows. As I say, life on a sandbar, that's for sure. Oh, this has been 32 minutes. I have no clue how long the live stream is supposed to be. As I said, I'm new to this. Ah, there he is, and he wiped out. Did better than I would. No, I don't surf. I fall ungracefully. Okay, well, I think we're gonna start walking down the pier the other way and heading down onto the beach. Birdie McBirdface has friends. Still doesn't want to be on camera. Okay, Kelly, I'll come home for dinner. Wow, my hair's gotten windblown, that's for sure. Thanks for everyone who has signed on and been watching this. I really appreciate it.
Look at that monster wave.
Looks like it's going to be a beautiful sunset. I'll stand here for a minute or two. I'm not sure. I think that they took the windmills down. It is a pretty rusted pretty good. So again, if you are just joining, we are in Nags Head, North Carolina on Jennette's Pier. And we are getting prepared for the hurricane, but decided to take a little bit of time. I've had a good day. I mean, you get up, you go diving at an aquarium, and then you go to work for a little while, come home, and go see the ocean. Looks like we have about 33 people on here. Love to know where you guys are all from. How many of you live here on the Outer Banks, or how many are tuning in because this is a place you love to come on vacation. Debbie's OBX. Well, I appreciate everyone checking in and watching this. I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off in just a minute. I'll let you see a couple seconds more of this, and then we're going to sign off, head home, and have some dinner.